Why going off the record is a bad idea. That's next on JT in 3. Hi, I'm Josh Turner at JT Public Relations, and today I'm going to talk about going off the record. So that's a term that refers to giving comments that are to serve as background information but aren't to be used in the final media piece. Now let me say that if you're using off the record, you have to use that term at the beginning of the interview. You can't use that after you've said something that perhaps you regret saying and then say to the reporter, just so you know that comment's off the record. That's not going to fly. The reporter is within his or her right to use that comment. People have tried to do that. They say something they regret and then say that's off the record, but it doesn't work. So if you are going to do this, going off the record, then you have to say so at the beginning of the interview. Now, I don't recommend that you go off the record when you do interviews. When you say to a reporter that this information is off the record, what you're telling a reporter in essence is that you have some really great, interesting information and they can't use it. So that puts a reporter in a pretty awkward and difficult situation because they're trained to find the most interesting information they can and gather it and use it in their piece. And in essence, what you're doing is you're telling them this great stuff that they can't use. So at best, it puts the reporter in an awkward situation. And you just might find that the information that's off the record ends up somehow in the final media piece. That is a risk that you're taking. Now, the other thing about the term off the record is that it is not universally understood by the media as to what that means. So, to give you an example, let's say you give an interview with comments that are off the record, and then the reporter can go to another source who is willing to go on the record with that same information. Does that mean that your original comments are off the record still? Some reporters might say yes, some might say no. The point I'm trying to make here is that what you might mean to be off the record or understand off the record to mean might not be understood in the same way as the reporter. So you need to understand that. As I said before, bottom line, I don't recommend that you go off the record when you do a media interview. Just make it simple for everyone involved. If there's something that you can't stand behind, information that you can't stand behind, and you don't want to be used, don't say it. Make it simple for the reporter to do his or her job and assume that when you're doing an interview that everything that you say or provide could be used in the final media piece. It just keeps things much simpler and cleaner. So that's all the time that I have for today. There is lots more at jtpublicrelations.com where you can download the ultimate toolkit for public relations and content marketing. There's training and materials on how to use public relations and content marketing seamlessly together to generate great results. That's at jtpublicrelations.com. Until the next time, I'm Josh Turner. Thank you very much for watching.